We began with teaching you how to strategically communicate with your programmer, sending individual emails with the appropriate subject header, moving into when sending files, whether pictures or videos, on how to properly label them. And then we talked about giving job details with the actual content of the email. And what we're going to do now in part two is take it to the next level and further emphasize the importance of having contractor provided content compared to generic content writing. So what we're going to do is also make a disclaimer, which is this is a live real example of a client who has taken both the basic and advanced education, so he's very familiar with the terminology being used for his website, and the gentleman happens to also be part of our diamond marketing engagement, where he has created a marketing plan to attack all of the different services and locations that he would like to market to. So all three combined is what's creating this following result. Hopefully you may consider the advanced as well as the diamond marketing engagement, but if you don't, this education here should allow you to have further insight on how to better communicate with your programmers in general. So in this particular case, the website that we're using as a reference is builditoLast.com, and they did a wonderful complete home remodel job in the town of Brunswick. These 5 individual emails were utilized to send to the programming company to represent what this job was. And we began with the first email that started off with the same subject header, except it just said read first, and it just talked about that the client did a fantastic large job. The full story will follow, and we begin with the first picture that is the optimum picture that the contractor decided would be the lead-off picture for this new page. And then on the second email, we were emphasizing the two different services, the service as well as the location, the two different topics that we want to combine. One is the location of Brunswick, and the other is the service type, which happens to be the whole home renovations page. So we're combining information that we've used before from the location page as well as from the service type of whole home renovations in order to now create a brand new page. The strategy, there is some stuff that's being intentionally removed here because it's client confidentiality of how they're implementing, but since we're going to be referencing a public page, we're just showing how we got there. So now on the third email, we now show the details of the content for this whole home renovation. And we begin with the above picture, including many services, including a 2-car garage, specializing in new decks and patios. Our other siding services made the cedar siding look perfect. And then when we go into the second paragraph, we went right into an explanation provided by the contractor that in the following picture, you get to see our kitchen remodeling built off the back of the house. So many wonderful features, including a glass mosaic backsplash with diamond pattern inlays and a whole bunch of other content that's provided specific from the contractor. And if you look, all we're doing is saying insert this picture here, but at this given moment you really don't know what the details of that picture are, but that is the actual picture that you'll see in a moment for the Brunswick kitchen remodeling. Then as we continued, you could see here that as we continue along that the content, if you're looking, I'm going back and forth, that even though that was what was provided by the contractor, as part of our marketing engagement, we know to make sure to hyperlink or further emphasize to Google the words that you're using that are actually already part of other pages that have already been created. So in this particular case, home addition, new decks, siding services, window replacements, and kitchen remodeling have other pages that have been created. So in order to make it easier, the programmers many times will know this anyway, but because we're highly engaged with this particular website company, we just hyperlinked it to make it easier while they're doing their strategy. And then on the fourth email, we just continue on and kept explaining more and more about the details of each picture. In this case, we stepped outside to the back and relaxed on a lock-dry waterproof aluminum deck. And then when we're done, we now start to move into the generic reminders about while this is all part of a complete home renovation, we still have so much more to look at, such as a kitchen remodeling portfolio, a bathroom remodeling portfolio, and so forth. And then now you look at the finished product, which it's absolutely beautiful, not just to generate inbound leads, but also a wonderful cosmetic representation of what's the best that this contractor could do. And now you're able to see a dedicated page with this Brunswick whole home renovation, and it's all showing the original picture. It's optimized where you could see a whole home renovation completed in Brunswick. Behind the scenes, there is items developed in order to attract Google to index this page better. As we scroll down, we show here that this is where we're trying to entice the people to look at the beautiful pictures, but then scroll to the bottom to find out what the original before picture looked like. There's the hyperlink to kitchen remodeling to further emphasize that even though this paragraph is about details of kitchen remodeling for this job, there's also a generic kitchen remodeling page dedicated to just introducing the service at a high level, and then individual pages show the individual jobs that the contractor does. Here's the representation of that kitchen, which I think is just a beautiful picture. Then we introduced bathroom remodeling, the same thing up on top where there's a hyperlink to the generic bathroom remodeling page. As we scroll down, there's another image for the same bathroom, but the picture is scrolling from left to right. Then we introduce the second bathroom, and here's where we step outside to the back and relax on the deck. As we scroll down more, we introduce what the house originally looked like. And then comes these generic pages of linking towards the kitchen remodeling portfolio, the bathroom remodeling portfolio, and so forth. So if somebody says, yeah, I'm interested in seeing other kitchen remodeling that you may have done, when they click, they're now going back up into the higher level portion of the website, as opposed to this individual job being further detailed down on the web pages, emphasizing the job and the job location. And keep in mind, this all began from a well-organized email communication where the programmer was able to look at the individual emails and quickly be able to create the page and quickly be able to further optimize it to help generate inbound leads as time evolves. The most important aspect is to combine your knowledge in a methodical way where the website company could focus in on what they do best, the responsive web design, so the images and text all appear perfect for a desktop, for a tablet, and a smartphone, and they can concentrate on their SEO topics, which stands for search engine optimization, to target generating inbound leads in the future. If any people are really looking to take a step back and redo their website and not just cosmetically enhance it, but they want to take a brand new approach for many years out, and you want to take the time to not just look at the basic education, which you're most likely associated with now through this education, but you want to just take it to the advanced and possibly create a marketing plan where everything you do strategically going forward is targeting a real high level representation of what you do, then by all means reach back out to us and we'll help you decide whether you should go to a company such as this one here that is the people behind the scenes that are doing the website development, or possibly changing how you interact with your current website programmer so they can produce this type of result that you're seeing in front of you. This is My Online Toolbox, looking to help you strategize on the best ways to take your knowledge of marketing and converting that knowledge into the best inbound lead marketing opportunities possible. Thank you.